Then he called out Lomachenko, and then they franchised him. Ryan Garcia was the mandatory. Teofimo said he was going to send a contract. JoJo became the mandatory when he beat Javier Fortuna. I mean, like, it's like getting ridiculous. I know he said he's the boogeyman, but I mean, what's going on?
I'm gonna be real, and I ain't just being biased because it's, you know, like my family and my fighter I train, but most of them already been in the ring with him, so they know he got their number. Like, he beat all of them.
What you mean? Oh, like he sparred
all of them.
He sparred Rolly, T.O.
He sparred Tank.
He fought Ryan in the amateur. Yeah. Oh, that's actually that's a good point though.
Yeah. They've
actually fought him in some capacity.
Now I'm gonna put it to you like this: some of these dudes been in the ring with him and they lost. Devin got better. From what I see, a lot of those fighters are real good, but I don't think the improvement level is rising as much as Devin's. Like,
some charity work too. That was good look.
100%, yeah, all the time. You know,
like feeding the homeless and just different stuff like that.
I mean, all the time. It's on the regular. You know, him and his dad is doing something. So with Devin, I think will separate him just outside the skills. I believe that Devin is one of the most top, if not the best skilled fighter in boxing. I don't think that the other fighters, especially around his age, I don't think that they even got the confidence and heart to take the big fights he'd take right now. Like, if you was to send Devin a contract right now and it said TEOFIMO LOPEZ on it, he'd probably sign it without even looking at the purse. Because if he hear one person say that they think that TEOFIMO could beat him, it could be a trash man could just ride by and say, man, what's up, Devin? I like you, but I think Teofimo can beat you. He really gonna take that to heart and want to fight Teofimo, just his competitive nature. So what I see, and for me being with him, I saw the conversations of a lot of these dudes bluffing, saying they want to fight him. You know, and I like, don't get me wrong, Teofimo and all of them, they some bad boys. They can fight, but I've been there to see Ryan been the mandatory for Devin. If they really believe they can beat Devin, they'd be fighting now. JoJo's supposed to fight Devin. Believe me, he had so many things come across the desk that I saw from my own two eyes. I'm telling Dad, like, Dad, this is not gonna happen.
Oh, what?
It's fights that he just wouldn't. He like, all right, man. If this don't happen, man, then the next day he'd come over like, man, like, how you know? I'm like, man, I could just feel it. Like, these dudes just talking. Like, yeah. So to me, another thing is Devin, the challenges that he'd take. Like
what happened in the Gamboa fight?
Like, people don't know his hand was broke. The whole camp. Like, you know, he
broke.
He
like Mike Tyson when he said.
I ain't even gonna go into detail. It was worse than broke. He said it.
It's not like Mike Tyson when he said it's spinal and he said his back was broke.
Listen,
it was really broke.
Man, we ain't use it in camp. We use it just to. I'm like, man, you fighting Gamboa. In my head, I'm like, he like, no, I want to get past him so I can get to. I want to fight Teofimo on this part. I'm like, man, this, you know, I knew he could still win, but I'm like, damn, to be 21, he got a lot of balls. Like, then that was the best opponent available though, but he didn't want to wait to fight. He wanted to get him out the way to get to the bigger fights. And
so he went in there with, unbeknownst to anybody, with a broken hand.
Yup. I mean, it was worse than broke. Like, I'll let him, if you go and you really see, he don't like to make it sound like he making excuses. But he finally came out and said something before, but he just let that be that. Like, I beat him, you know, the game plan was just to hit, not get hit, touch him with the one hand as much as possible.
Wow.
And, you know, just get out of the way of Gamboa's punch. That's why he fought the way that he fought. He had to be strategic. But when you notice after that, boom, he fight Linares. The next available, another real good veteran that you don't see other young guys jumping in there with cats like that. I mean, you know, he beat him decisively.
What is it that makes Devin the boogeyman? Because some of the guys on social media, they'll say, like, I'll fight you, and then it just never happens. Jojo Diaz recently, he said, line it up for the end of the year, and then now I got information that said he's fighting Ryan Garcia, not Devin.
I mean, at the end of the day, JoJo know that's the easier fight. He gonna get money, and I mean, JoJo is still a good fighter, so possibly he look at that like, man, maybe I could knock Ryan off. So I can't really knock him from from they got the same promoter, right?
Golden Boy, yeah.
Now I can't. Me thinking as a businessman, I would rather make that move because if I would rather, they know Devin to beat Ryan, no matter what they say, they know that. They know he'd beat JoJo. Why not put their two guys together and keep it in house like a lot of promoters do? So I really can't knock him for not fighting Devin. Devin ain't the fighter to play with. Like, you know, De La Hoya was a fighter. He knows, like, you could look at Devin and just see his hunger outside of his skills, his competitive nature. He just want to win. Like, he grew up with a lot of money. Like, see, these fighters just now driving in these Ferraris, and Devin came up like that. You know, that stuff don't intrigue him. Like, he already been living in mansions and stuff like that.
I try to tell people.
So his hunger is on another level. I want to be the best like that ever did it. That's what he wanted. That's his goal.
How old was Devin when he really started getting into boxing?
He was at least like 7 because I was there when he first walked in the gym. Like, I was around because he started with the Mayweathers too. And, you know, I was with him. So he came in the gym like at 7, 8 years old.
And you didn't know who he was? He was just...
No, but what's crazy is they was telling me about him because he wasn't training the same time as me. I see him sometime, but they would tell me, like, man, you got to see this little kid that I'm training. Like, man, this little dude, I think he going to be good. And then when I seen him and I'm like, dang, like, this little cat could fight to just start boxing. This dude was picking up quick. So, you know, his dad is smart, man. He knew who to put him with. You know, he just know how to, he just knew he knew what kind of circle to put around Devin and everything, man. And he knew how to keep trouble away from Devin as well. You know, he came up in the streets and his dad came up in the streets and kept them trappings away from him. And Devin don't pretend like he not one of these dudes that's trying to be no street cat or this or that. Like, you know, Devin is himself. Like, he confident in who he is, but it's just something different about him, you know, that you would only know if you really around him and you really get to see. You know, it's like a switch. He a kid outside of the gym, you know, he playing video games and just regular normal young guy stuff. But when he walk up in that gym, it's a whole nother level of focus. Like, you know, like I mentioned to you before, focus wise, Floyd Mayweather and Andre Ward, he got that type level of focus. He is his own man, don't get me wrong. I'm just making a comparison of what I seen. I knew Dre since we was little kids, and I knew Floyd since I was a kid. So you
knew Dre when you was younger too?
Yeah, we was on the same Olympic team. And
yeah.
I knew Dre since I first started boxing. Dre was dominating when I first came.
So all the stories are true. Like, he ain't lost since.
I never seen Dre lose ever.
But
never.
No, you never. Hey, how old were you?
12, 13. Never seen him lose. He fought one of my teammates that was real good, and he'd know his nickname. My teammate, Big Man, Anthony Brown. He was so slick. He was a real good fighter out of Cleveland, Ohio. And when Dre boxed his ears off, I knew how nice he was, because this dude was Mildred Taylor slick with, you know,
he was fast like that.
Head movement. He was cold.
Oh wow!
Like, you know, we had a lot of fighters back there that would have just been excellent if they ain't let the streets get him or just, you know, did something else. But no, when Andre Ward beat him, like the way that he beat him, like he outboxed him clean and like, you know, easy. Like, you know, Dre. I mean, no, I never seen him lose. That's real, like literally.
Dang.
Yup.
So yeah, that's a hell of a class to be in, like, because you've been around Floyd, you were signed with Floyd, and you've seen Dre since a young. So to see Devin kind of cut from that same cloth, that's definitely a testament to where he can go.
Yeah. And at the same time, it's healthy that he's not trying to be Floyd. Like, you know, he came from that schooling, so you're gonna see a lot of similarities. And of course, who didn't grow up? Floyd was everybody's hero, you know, coming up. He earned that. So, but Devin, at the end of the day, Devin is not trying to like
emulate.
Yeah, if anything, Devin want to be better. Like, it ain't nothing personal. Devin just want to be better. Like, he you know, he believes that he can, and I even believe it. And that's what he's working towards. But one thing about Devin, he's not scared to lose. Not saying that he can lose, but he's not scared to risk. Anybody can lose on any given day. He willing to
find out.
To find out. And he willing to do it now. Like, you know, like I said, it's fights where even I'll be like, okay, we can wait. This cat wanted to fight Lomachenko a couple years ago. Listen, when I see people be thinking he bluffing, we was training for that cat. Like when like the pandemic first started, we was training for him, so he wanted that fight when he became the franchise champion or whatever, Lomachenko. But this how I know, like, you could get that for me to say he really want to fight these cats, because we literally be starting camp, and when we get together, bam, we training for TEOFIMO. Boom, let's train for Lomachenko. And it switched so much, I'm like, damn, we just got to train. Because we don't even know who we fighting. We just training for JoJo. Now, look, we don't even know if that's going to happen.
Wow. How did you rate Devin's last performance? People told him, I remember, I think it was Bob Arum, TEOFIMO, and Ryan, they said, oh, Devin got to fight someone in the top 10. He did that. He fought Linares. How did you rate that performance?
Oh, it was a real good performance for somebody his age to fight, you know, former world multiple champion that still got speed, power, experience. That's a dangerous fight. It's more dangerous. Devin to beat the younger guys easier than a guy like Linares, because Linares still got experience. That's a whole nother thing. See, when Devin fights somebody his age, he got the experience edge. These guys, you don't see them jumping in there with guys like Linares. And let's not even forget about Gamboa. For many years, people were scared to fight him. They wouldn't even get in the ring with him. So, I gave it an A. Like, you know, I gave it a, well, Devin know what I gave him. I know Devin is even better than that. But, you know, it was a good performance and a great win, you know. But the crazy thing is Devin is even better than that. Like, I'm starting to see, this is a scary thing. Devin got better in the last month or two.
What?
He getting better. I'm dead.
No, but how do you quantify that? Like,
listen,
you talking about from sparring?
I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, I need to
like
hear this.
By me working with this cat, like I had to start running and getting in shape. Like, I gotta literally get in boxing shape. The level that it's going to, I'm about to start getting in boxing shape, because this dude, he getting strong. See, people forget they want him to be some big Mike Tyson puncher. Most people in boxing history, that's the greatest fighter ever, wasn't a one-punch knockout puncher. Now, Devin got snapped and he could punch, right? But mind you, I just mentioned when he did have hand problems, but here go another thing. He's young. Y'all judging him off 19 and 20-year-old. Most of them dudes just now turning pro this Devin's age. Devin would have swept that Olympics if he fought in it. Trust me. The dudes in his weight wouldn't have had a shot with Devin. So you got to think about it. Devin is 21, 22 fighting guys that, while people just turning pro, he already years in. Y'all want him to already be at a peak. That don't happen for no professional. Everybody gets stronger and hit hard as time go along. But I'm gonna say this: it's the reason why people not fighting him. Like, but back to your question, man. This dude literally getting better. Like, for real. Like, people gonna see it when he fight. I can just tell you that, because when me and him work, our philosophy of work is we simulate fight. When we train, we simulate fights to a T. It's stuff that we do in the gym that people, of course, they won't see it. Like, we only show what we want them to see. But I mean, it ain't easy keeping up with this cat, and I'm, you know, still got a lot of speed, reflexes, and energy. But it came to a point to where I had to start training. Just because how serious shit getting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I thought he pitched like basically a shutout.
Oh, it was a shutout. Linares probably won like a round or so.
Yeah. I seen some haters. They were saying he got clipped at the last 10 seconds. What did you make of that sequence?
Here's my thing. To me, that's like comparing in a football game. All right, you winning every single quarter, and the dude score a touchdown. You making a big deal out of it because the defense went to sleep, and the dude, Devin was winning the fight so easy anybody can, all right, I fell asleep for 5 seconds, end of the round. I hear this. It's the end of the round. Boom, you get caught with one shot by a real good fighter. Like, I mean, it's boxing. If that didn't happen, it would have been many complaints with the fight saying it was too easy, it was this, it was that. So at the end of the day, most people, Linares hit with that. What happened with Lomachenko when he got hit with one of them?
Sat down.
You see, and it wasn't even that hard. Like, here's the one that he hit Devin when he tried to take him out the game with that one.
Yeah, and it was on like the third or fourth punch.
Man, listen,
it was a combo for sure.
Him out the game. I know I'm behind. I'm about to shoot craps on this one and try to hurt this young dude. I guarantee if he hit any of them young dudes, which it would have been a wrap. They'd have probably been looking at their corner for a towel. But like I say, Lomachenko went down from a right hand that wasn't even that powerful. Now we know Linares got a chin. I mean, Lomachenko got a great chin and is an excellent fighter. So, I mean, people just got to get out there. You know, they got to keep it real. You can't get in your emotions, and just because you might have one fighter that you favor over him, you can't just not use logic when you speaking on things. You got to think of the whole picture. Okay, dang, Lomachenko could fight. He put him down. Maybe that means that this dude just a serious puncher.
Facts. I agree with that. Now, so where do you go from here if he can't get like a Ryan Garcia? There are other names that you guys are thinking about?
Man, we're going to have to go to the drawing board now because, you know, we thought it was going to be JoJo. You know, I'm hoping it still is. It sounds like it's not like they finna, you know, fight Ryan. But me knowing Devin, I mean, I'm sure he going to definitely try to fight the best available opponent. Like me, I just want him to get in the ring, get that.
Is he gonna fight this year? Do you think?
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
he'll get another one in.
Fight, yeah, definitely, 100%.
Okay.
But Devin ain't satisfied, man, unless it's somebody that's he gonna be disappointed because we ain't really talked much. Because I've been here since it been we kind of almost knew. Because I always tell him, he be like, man, no, he gonna fight before. I'm like, listen, these dudes gonna drop out. Like, you could just kind of feel it for some reason. Then bam, here it go. This dude ain't fighting. This dude not fighting. So
franchise champion.
Me knowing him, he already searching like, man, what's gonna get him the props? Devin really is like a people's champion. Devin want to please the fans with the fights. Like you said when you mentioned the charity, you know, him and his dad doing the charity. Devin want to please the fans. Like, really, that can go against a young fighter, not him. But Devin is the kind of dude, like, he want everybody to smile when like, oh man, he fighting him. Like, he like that. He really got that throwback mentality.
Yeah, because even in the Linares fight, some people they don't know his style. Because some people said he was gonna run and move a lot, and he fought Linares like toe to toe, like like easy, like in pocket, and he was fighting on the inside.
That's the crazy thing. People say run. I mean, in this day and age, it's just crazy. Like if a dude, but see, I ain't gonna give a lot of weight because it's a certain reason why he gonna beat a lot of these guys, and there's certain tools that he got that even some of the top pound for pound don't even got. You know, that I see in him. You know, and he's just young, so he won't do nothing but get better. But like I say, I promise you, he literally got better in the last month or two.
That's crazy. Fought Kambosos, and you got a split decision
off a 3.5 year layoff too.
Oh yeah, that is.
So I trained a month off a year.
Where was that fight?
New York.
Okay, so you were off a 3-year layoff, and then you fought. What do you make of since you have experience with the B side Kambosos in that TEOFIMO fight? What do you make of Teo versus him, Kambosos?
Like, to me, one thing I could say, dude got a lot of that.
He got heart?
And he got great conditioning.
Okay.
Because I took the fight too, because I'm like, all right, this dude young, he don't got experience. I'm going to take him into deep waters and, you know, but it was a dumb fight, you know, being off too long, you know, but like, I see TEOFIMO winning. I don't know what fashion he'll win in because, dude, he got a lot of determination and he got a lot of heart. Like honestly, I could say this about him. I think he'd fight Devin before probably any of them would. From me meeting him after the fight and from talking to him and filling him out a little bit, I think that he'd probably fight Devin before a lot of them big names that we talking about. I think so he got a lot of heart, but sometimes that could play against you.
Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxing Ego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new, interactive, and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.